pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, telas ng sinatanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa dagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling ko. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Pleasant good morning to everyone. So this morning we are having our seminars on the proper etiquette on using social media. So timely itong ating seminar for this time para ma-correct natin ang mga dapat nating gawain o wastong pag-uugali sa paggamit ng social media. So thanks to Dr. Bayudan for having this kind of activity, and to our OSS Director, Sir Bon Gerald Macose. So, and to all the students who are participating in this activity, welcome kayo lahat. So, with this kind of activity for one day, I think it is one day, sana matutunan ninyo ang mga wastong paggamit ng social media, lalo-lalo na sa paggamit natin ng mga virtual mode of learnings, at saka sa mga paggamit din ninyo pagpo-post ng inyong mga saloobin sa social media. So, dapat matutunan natin ang wasto at tama. So, with this, I welcome you all in this affair, and thank you.
Isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Una po ay gusto kong batiin ang ating guidance counselor, Dr. Alma Bayudan, for initiating this proper etiquette using social media. This is timely po kasi we're still using virtual or online classes due to COVID-19 pandemic. So I hope the students will practice proper etiquette in using the social media, even in posting photos or any accomplishment, because it will reflect the kind of person dun sa ating pinost. Again, good luck and congratulations. Thank you, Ma'am Evie Pantanos, Director Bon Gerald Macose, and the staff of the Guidance Office. Congratulations.
Good morning. Welcome to our webinar entitled Proper Etiquette Using Social Media. I'm Alma Bayudan, Guidance Counselor. Our present situation amidst COVID-19 pandemic strengthen the demands of using social media for online class or for communication. In order to help our students to understand the importance of good manners and proper etiquette in communicating online, we prepare this webinar for you. The objectives of this activity is to orient our college students of the matters relating to good manners and proper etiquette in communication. to provide information on the do's and don'ts using social media, and to provide tips on the right conduct and values to avoid embarrassing situations. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you our speaker for today. He is our graduate from BSIT Department cum laude. During his college days, he was the president of Supreme College Student Council and became a part of our faculty force because of his leadership and very good achievements. Presently, he is our Student Affairs Services Director. Let's all welcome Mr. Von Gerald D. Macose.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to be here, to be present here virtually, and discuss to you the proper etiquette using social media. I would like to greet, of course, our college officials who made this event possible. First, of course, to the main culprit, the person who ideated and was mainly responsible for this activity, Dr. Bayudan, Dr. Alma Bayudan, my mentor. Thank you for having me here as your speaker, and thank you for organizing this very important activity, equally important for our students and faculty. To my supervisor, Dr. Eddie Q. Fontanos, our Vice President of Academic Affairs. Good morning, Madam. Thank you for your nice reminders. Such a wonderful message. Of course, to the head of the Ascot family, Dr. Ezekiel L. Rotato. Thank you very much, sir, for allowing us to conduct this. Makaasa po kayo na nagawin namin lahat para makapag-organize, makapag-bigay ng mga activities that will help our students and faculty in this education. O nga pala, bago ko malimutan, I would like to thank Ma'am Ana for such a wonderful introduction. Bring back memories. I am Von Gerald Macose, your presently your Director for Student Affairs and Development Services. I'm a faculty of Information Technology, and I would like to give few reminders for this very short webinar. I hope you guys will enjoy. Please take note, please listen carefully. Balita ko may mga faculty na nag-require ng estudyante magpa-quiz sila, sir. So take note. Thank you for all the faculty and staff that support this activity. Let's start now. Allow me to share my presentation. Right? Social media etiquette. My slides are specially designed for your online education experience. So, it's relatable sa atin lahat. Wait lang bago ako magpatuloy. Okay lang ko yun. Technical good. Right, let's go. Backgrounder. Let's start with the background. You guys know that the Philippines remains top in the social media and internet usage worldwide. Sa lead po ng bansa natin, tayo ang number 1. Filipinos spend an average of 4 hours and 15 minutes each day on social media, topping the global usage ranking for the 6th straight year. That's a grand slam. The Philippines is also again the highest in internet usage, clocking in close to 11 hours per day, or 10 hours and 56 minutes. Currently, the digital population or the internet users registered in the Philippines is about 73.91. To put that into context, our total population, ladies and gentlemen, is 105 million. So about 80% or more than 70% are internet users. It only says that we remain at the prime marites of the universe. Tayo pa rin ang pinaka-sismoso sa buhay. Bear in mind that we humans are social animal by nature. Ayaw mo natin aminin, but we are herd animals. We like to be with other persons. Okay, some might be introverts, stuff like that. But generally, we like to belong. We like to chat with others. May tayo mapagkwentuhan o pagtismisan. That has been our nature as human beings. Or on the positive note naman, kung hindi man tayo masismosa digitally, it could be that most of the trending bloggers are Filipinos. It's one way to look at it. Or a lot of researchers in the different research social media, take note that there are social media that are for researchers, for professionals, baka naman mga Pilipino. So that's also a good angle to look at. Ang dami na kasing researcher na Pilipino that are already looking into related literatures, publishing stuff that may be contributing to the number. So who knows, right? And let us admit that we Filipinos are so opinionated. We have a lot of things to say in different activities. Marami tayong hanash, marami tayong comment, marami tayong memes. Ayun lang po ilan sa mga patunay. If you would like to check, there's a reference below and you can check that out. And pauna ko na, I'm not lying. Before I dig down to my presentation, I would like you to stop for a while and if you try to Google your name, ano sa tingin niyo lalabas sa Google? Or if you have few time, you can try it out. Check niyo lang kung anong lalabas sa pangalan niyo. Are there positive attributes to your name? Are there things that are regrettable? Baka may mga pinost kayo nung bata pa kayo, pinagsisihan niyo, nasa internet pa rin. Baka may tula ka dun sa ex mo 9 years ago na may trace pa rin si Google. And you want to delete it now. What I'm saying here, guys, is that there is a virtual persona for each and every one of us. So there's a Bonzerald Mahosa that exists physically, para multiverse ng Spider-Man. And there's a Bonzerald Mahosa that exists on the internet. And the image of these two might be different. I may be mabait on the internet and not so mabait in the physical world, or vice versa. What I want to say is that you would like to put up a good virtual image. Of course, everyone would like to have that. As much as possible, portray a very nice person on the internet. Because that one is searchable, that one gets traces, everybody can look at it easily. Unlike sa totoong buhay, they will have to find those who are closely para malaman. Alright? Let's now try to define the two big words to make it clear. In our topic, social media and etiquette. The end there is an etiquette because it's etiquette for the internet. So let's try to define things out. Social media, some know CASM or SOCMED. These are computer-mediated tools that allow people to create, share, or exchange info, videos, etc. in virtual communities or network. So, sobrang ganda ng purpose ng social media. Bago siya maging isang platform ng puro pagpaparinig at puro ka-toxic. But what brings us together in a social media is the community. Kung mag-isa ka lang sa Facebook, malamang ayaw mo na mag-Facebook kasi wala ka namang kilala dyan. But it's the community and the sharing of ideas that brings us together and that make this platforms last. Kaya may Facebook, may Pinterest, may Instagram, may YouTube. The platform for chismis or for important matters. Ano naman yung etiquette? Or netiquette is a combination of words, network, and ethical, and is defined as a set of rules for acceptable online behavior. We may recall in our ethics subject that ethics vary from places to places, races to races, religion to religion, from time to time. What is good now may be bad tomorrow. Just like shaking hands is a form of respect natin, but now we don't shake hands much often. We avoid it. So it's not always good to touch someone and shake hands. It can vary from places to places. The words that you say in the Philippines might be offensive when you say, for instance, mention those words in Mexico, Uzbekistan, so it differs. Now, because the net is universal, mas marami tayong parang nasa common place tayo. So there are these different some unwritten rules that we want to observe. All right, let's start now. Bakit ba importante natin discuss yung social media? Ano bang pakialam ni Carbon sa social media at this time? And bakit ba gusto kong i-discuss ng aspect ng social media? It is not a secret that COVID-19 has been the trigger for this drastic educational shake-up. So, binago ng COVID-19 ang landscape ng education. Mainly, number one, yung dating social platform lang natin, social tool, ginagamit lang natin pang stock ng kung sino-sinong tao, became one of the main channels ng ating education system. So, nasa Facebook na yung klase natin. The Facebook has been a classroom instantly. This different social media, yung teleconferencing na pangsikahan lang sana, they became more than that. Dahil nga sa pandemic, nakita natin opportunity to channel education kasi kahit saan na lang na pwede. Let's do it, let's try it because it's pandemic. So, www. What went wrong? Ang ganda naman pala, naging educational platform yung social media. What went wrong? What happened? And then it went out of hand. Different problems that we see physically diverted digitally. So the bullying from the physical world, nag-transfer lang siya at nag-level up to different online rambulan, cyberbullying, and the copying that you do low-key in your classroom became plagiarism and nag-upgrade pa. Sobrang ang bilis na yung, ang creative nyo na magpapayahan. And these are not good for your education. That's why I'm gonna give you some do and don'ts for your online class or for the social media utilization. Pilitin lang natin animation ng present. Okay, the do and don'ts in social media so that we will be making great for that topic and not do things that we will regret later. Of course, number 0 is more important than number 1. Thou shalt not forget Matthew 7:12. This is the golden rule as we know it. Whatever you wish that others will do to you, do also to them. Mas madaling kwentuhan, do not do unto others, but you do not want others to do unto you. Because there's karma and it could be digital. Again, your main lead is your conscience. If you feel that something is bad, if you feel that this is not good whatever you're planning to do, you might want to stop for a moment and think about it. That's your conscience telling you to slow down or to stop whatever you're doing. If you're not sure, don't. Parang ganyan lang. Kung ayaw mong gawin din sa'yo, don't do it to others. Ganun ako kasi lang. But to be more specific, let's go. Number 1, let's try to be as human as possible. What I wanted to say is be sensitive. Remember that there is also a human being on the other side of the screen. So yung mga comments natin na nakakasakit, yung mga share natin ng mga nakaka-insulto, you are hurting someone. And that's because you're doing it digitally, virtually, doesn't mean it doesn't hurt them. It still do, and they're still human. Okay, it's given that we are human and we're prone to mistakes. That let us be sensitive. Do be sensitive. Bear in mind there is always a human being on the other side of the screen, and it could be a woman, it could be a man, it could be an IT, and PWD, or it could be minor. So whatever you share, be sensitive kung sino pwedeng makakita. Especially when you're directing it towards someone. Right? Number 2, be respectful. As much as possible, use phrases that are respectful. Good morning, mom. Good morning, sir. And then state your comments. As much as possible, you don't put it on caps lock. You don't want to shout, Rudy Baldwin ka na. Sabihin ng malumanay, i-type ng malumanay. Alright? You don't do it on caps lock kung may sasabihin ka kay sir, kay mom. It might sound, it may look or sound offensive. Next. Be specific in asking. Paano ba i-kwento? Sa aming mga faculty, meron kasing maliit na kaba o frustration kapag yung message lang ay, ma'am, question mark, sir, question mark. Pwede pong magtanong. And you will be spending the next few minutes thinking, ano kayo tatanong nito? Anong problema? Anong nangyari? Sa halip na yung effort na yung ginagamit na namin para compose yung tanong mo sana, kung diniretso mo na yung tanong. So don't be pamitin. Pamitin. When you're gonna ask something, as much as possible, state mo na. Para kapag ka-online ni ma'am, nabasa na niya. Hindi yung isa-isa na, ma'am, gising ka na. Ma'am, may tatanong. I tell you, it doesn't feel good. So as much as possible, you go straight to the point. Tandaan. Number 4, I said it a while ago, project a good virtual image. Why? Because it's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. Halimbawa, yung mga pinopost nyo ngayon, mga 18 years old, 16 years old, o ilang taon man kayo. And then one day, you decided to apply for Miss Universe, you run for mayor or vice governor, and then people are gonna see your Facebook profile with a lot of embarrassing memes of your TikTok videos that are not good for your image. And especially, if you have traces of ascot in your page, like naka-frame ka pa naman ng ascot, or you have attributes that talks about ascot, and then you will be portraying stuff that will be hurtful for our image, please don't do that. Do that not just for ascot, do that for yourself. Kasi nga yung mga pinaglalagay niyo sa internet ngayon, they will be traceable. When you put it on the internet, it is permanent. Natitira siya dyan. It might be hard to trace sometimes, but it is still there. Okay? Number 5, help yourself, guys. Do check your grammar. Why? Of course, alam ko naman na English is not a measure of intelligence. But using proper punctuation will avoid confusion. There are a lot of sentences na magbali yung punctuation mo, it will give different thought dun sa magbabasa. So be good to yourself. You try to use proper grammar. The logo you see there is Grammarly. It saved my soul for a lot of times already. And yun nga, you save time. Kasi kapag magulo, medyo mahirap intindihin. Nag-effort pang i-decipher ng pictures natin kung ano yung gusto nyo sabihin. So save time for yourself and for your professors. As much as possible, you state your claims or your arguments well using proper grammar. Alright, let's have more. More of the unwritten rules, especially para sa mga virtual class. Right? Boys and girls, do not call randomly. Lalo na sa mga professors or teachers po nila. Lalo na kung aalanganing oras. Pero alanganin man o hindi, please do not call randomly. If you really need to talk to your professor, ask permission. Ma'am, may I call? May I call on this time at 8:30, at 9:30? May I call today? Wait for him or her to authorize you, or for him or her to call you. But please do not call randomly. She may be doing some important stuff, naliligo man siya, nagbabanyo, gumagawa ng importanteng bagay, nagpapatulog ng anak, and then you call randomly. That is a no-no. It's not literally that you do not call, but please ask for permission when you are gonna call someone. It applies to all, kahit sa klase nyo, nanay nyo, tita nyo. Depende siguro kung gaano ka-close. But as much as possible, you ask permission when you will be called. Parang ano lang yun eh, pag may dalawang taong nag-uusap, hindi ka naman makipag-usap agad sa isang tao. Kasi alam mo may kausap. Ganun din yan virtually. Hindi mo naman alam kung may kausap yung tao may ginagawa. Baka naabala. Alright? Next one. Thou shall not flame. What is flaming, guys? Flaming is attacking without intention to offend someone through email, posting, commenting, or any statement using insult. Swearing, cursing, instant language trolling. Don't do that. Kahit yung nambabasag tayo, kahit yung nakipag-warakan tayo sa social media, yung babash tayo ng tao, and ang intent talaga natin ay manakit. May I remind that one is punishable by our student handbook kung tiga-ascot ka po. Maliban dyan, you don't do that. Please don't do that. Be kind. Much as possible. Alright, next. Sorry. Be mindful of the SS or the screenshot. Ang dali-dali kasi mag-screenshot. Kalmot-kalmot ka lang sa screen na ganyan. Screenshot mo yung packers ni Sir, send mo sa GC. Screenshot niyo yung conversation ni Sir kasi ito namang sinabi niya, send mo sa GC. Just because it was mentioned on your private conversation, you are allowed to share. Okay? Be mindful of your screenshot. Not everything that you taken as a screenshot ay allowable na i-share natin. Especially if you will be violating some others' privacy. So, hindi lahat ng conversation yung Sir, Ma'am, ay screenshot. If you will be doing that, ask permission first. Okay? Marami na pong kaso na nagsimula lang sa screenshot. Alright, screenshot is a good evidence. Okay, don't get me wrong. But please, again, the word is be mindful of the screenshot. Dapat alam natin kung kailan dapat i-share, gagamitin, at ilalabas. At para makaiwas din tayo, mag-iwas din tayo ng mga bagay na ayaw natin ma-screenshot ng iba. O yun naman yung panabla dyan. Next one, connected to that, do respect others' privacy. You don't take their profile picture and then put cats around it and make it a meme and make it a laughing stock of the internet. That's a no-no. You should respect their privacy. Not because if it's on the internet, you are allowed to pagtripan, laruin, tapastanganin. It doesn't just talk about it. Kasama dyan ang emails, ang files. Kung meron man copy ng PDS ng kaklase nyo, quiz ng kaklase nyo, i-respect yung privacy nila. Kung para saan lang yung file, din lang natin gamitin. Lalo na sa mga may group activities na kailangan mag-send ng video ng ganito, ng ganyan. Please be careful of the files na ibibigay ng kaklase nyo. And be mindful of the files that you will give to your classmates and their teachers. This is in general or like other things. Alright, let's see kung meron pa. Do and don'ts, classroom decorum, class decorum. Please identify yourself properly. May mga kaso na tayo ng mga estudyanteng hindi nag-grade dahil kung sino-sino mga Koreanong pangalan. If that is a classroom, identify yourself properly. If you will be texting your professors, identify yourself. Ma'am, ako po si ganito, third year ng ganitong course. Gusto ko lang pong ginamit. Identify yourself. Okay, some may find it hard na i-rename yung mga Facebook name. I saw memes ng mga estudyante na kung ano yung ginagawang pangalan sa Facebook and later on, they find themselves themselves in trouble kasi hindi sila nag-grade. Avoid that, okay? As much as possible, if you're gonna use that account for your classroom setting, for your class activity, put proper identity. Respeto sa klase, respeto sa teacher. Do not share inappropriate things, especially in the GC. Hopefully, nag-gets na kung ano yan. Maging maingat sa kasi ang dali-dali mag-share ng memes na kalokohan. Minsan, hindi natin alam, doon pala natin na-share sa group chat. Kasama pa naman sa search kasi mo. O pag minsan, group chat ng mga kamag-anak. So please, do not share inappropriate things. This applies to all. Pag magsasend ka ng requirements sa klase mo, requirements lang, walang dagdagan ng kung ano-ano mga pictures. Para iwas gulo tayo. Share only things that are important. Kung close na close kayo, bahala kayo sa buhay niyo. Pero but again, if it's on a class setting, be mindful of this. Right? Next one, respect class schedule. Grabe, sobrang daming experience. Sir, sorry, kakagising ko lang. Alas 2 na ng hapon, alas 8 yung klase na. Maliban sa oras, if we can do it, though alam ko naman na may iba tayong constraints and limitations. Pag klase po natin, unang-una, gumising tayo sa klase natin. Mag-ayos din tayo like we would normally do on a class. Huwag naman yung pupungas-pungas tayo sa harap ng research. Respeto sa klase. And let's find a space that is conducive to learning. Parang pag nasa school ka rin, binibigyan ka ng maayos sa classroom, maayos sa upuan. Though wala na sa school yung responsibility to do it. Try lang din natin kung kaya naman hanapan isang peaceful na lugar, malayo sa mga manok, malayo sa mga aso, malayo sa mga kapitbahay na nag-aaway at nagmumurahan. Para din sa ating ikabubuti. Alam naman natin kung anong oras yung schedule natin, kung anong araw. So, let's put some effort to prepare for it. Mag-load na tayo kung kailangan natin ng load. Mag-charge tayo ng battery. Kasi ang dami kong alibis na, sir, sorry, nalobat na yung phone ko. Naubos na yung data ko. Okay. Sometimes I understand. Sometimes I try to understand. But kaya, alam naman nilang klase namin. Bakit hindi ko nag-get? Again, I know we have different limitations, especially in this time of pandemic. But let's try our best. Yun lang naman yung request. Syempre naman, hindi tayo puro ganyan na. Meron din tayo para sa aming mga teachers ng mga ibang professors natin. Ang balance ba? Ano naman yung pwede nating counterpart sa isang magandang learning experience during this pandemic? Make the most of the available resources. Please, pag magkaklase tayo, and yung value ng class ay kasya sa 15 minutes, why not do it? Hindi naman natin dinadaya yung work. Tinitipid lang natin yung data para dun sa bata. If we will attach pictures, hindi naman kailangan ng sobrang tataas ng MB. Please, kita lang natin photos para din mas madali nilang mabasa at maintindihan. Kung magbibigay tayo ng videos at sobrang lalaki ng pelikula pero ang kailangan lang pala tatlong eksena, baka naman pwede natin i-crop na lang yung kailangan mapanood ng bata. So, let us be mindful na hindi naman sila laging connected sa internet. Pag magbibigay tayo ng activities, baka pwedeng one for the week, sama-sama na para isang downloadan, para isang open ng data. So, you can have different strategies as long as we put in mind kung ano ba yung pwede natin. Sa simpleng bagay lang, pwedeng tulungan natin sa bata. Let us put into mind na hindi naman lahat ng bata natin nakakaluwag-luwag at nakakaangat sa buhay. So, maximize natin kung ano kaya. Groupings can also be a good strategy. Sir, ma'am, including me, let us announce in advance schedules, activities, and important changes. I realize that our students do not love surprises. Surprise quiz, surprise exam, it doesn't excite them. So, kung meron po tayong palong quiz, hanggat maaari i-announce natin para yung bata, nakakapag-ready siya ng data, nakakapag-ready siya ng time, kung may trabaho man siya, nakakapag-ready. Ganun din kung meron tayong mga pagbabago sa schedule. Let me share just experience ko ng last semester. there's this block na we all agreed na i-transfer ng gabi yung klase. For different matters. Yun nga, walang internet sa lugar nila, mabagal pag umaga, may trabaho, walang cellphone na accessible kapag araw, gamit ng kapatid at nanay. So, if there will be changes, make sure na agreeable to all, at dapat walang may iwan, lahat payag. Inclusive education. Be considerate of everyone. Dapat lahat sila ay agree. Kung meron mang hindi kaya, let's make certain adjustments. And most importantly nga, i-announce lahat ng kailangan malaman ng bata. Tamang grading system, how do you check quizzes, modules, and all that. And be sensitive. Show empathy to others. Remember that we are battling different wars. As much as possible, let's be sensitive. Let us put there in our mind what we do our modules or activities. Kaya ba ito? Posible ba ito? Is this too much? Yun na naman, isipin natin. Put into consideration pa rin natin mga bata. Okay, we now go to different takeaways na lang. Important things to remember. Ang maganda rin pag muni-munian namin. Let us try to contribute in maintaining a safe space. Ang ASCOT po ay provide safe space. And as much as possible, as we try to transition into digital education, we still do the same. Continue maintaining safe space. Share good stuff. Don't get me wrong that I don't want to share things. Sharing is good, especially different ideas, solutions. Kung opinionated ka sa politics, that's not bad at all. Kung marami kang gustong sabihin sa lipunan, okay lang yan. I'm not saying it's bad. Not at all. It's good that you're active, that you're woke. Let's just try to be selective and considerate with our words. Yun lang. Maganda na meron kang opinion. That's really good. I respect that. There might be a leader in you. A vocal idealist in you. That's good. And let's just be considerate of how we state our arguments. Read before you share. Ang daming headlines na deceiving. Ang daming lalabas sa internet na ang lakas makapindot ng share button. Iba pala yung content. So please, if you will share different news articles, basahin muna natin, intindihin natin kung tama ba, kung offensive ba, will it make others feel good? And then, finally, you think before you click. Pag-isipan muna natin gagawin. Yan ang mga sharon, yung mga baunin, yung mga thoughts. So that's it. I think I'm done. I hope you learned a lot in this short webinar regarding the social media etiquette. I received in advance of some of the questions galing sa mga bata, hindi lang nating audience from other schools. I-try natin sagutin yung mga importante. Though, most of them are my guide yung ginagawa ko present. What is the most important social media etiquette? I go back to rule number 0. You remember that? Do not do unto others what you do not want others to do. How to improve my skill for being a good learner? That's a good question. Wala sa picture ng student. The fact that you asked this, I know you are a good learner. You wanted to be. Yun lang, makinig. Mag-aaral at saka makinig. Don't let the pandemic or ang dami nating legal alibis ngayon. Ang sarap mag-procrastinate kasi pandemic. Ang sarap sabihin na, sir, hindi ko magagawa kasi pandemic, sir. Ang daming ganito. Beat that. Be more than that. Find solutions than alibis. Sana, yun lang. Try lang natin na do something. Pag hindi yun talaga kaya, and then, let's be honest with our professors and instructors. But, first, let's try, and then let's find solution. How can you help me to use social media? I tell you, it's easy. Kahit mga bata, nakikita ko social media naman. Explore lang natin. Ganun lang din naman. Same answer din sa kanina. exploration is number one to learning things. Pag inaaral, explore lang, tututo tayo. Is it safe to share my full name, address, age, and other details? Good question. Ganyan ba ito galing? Anong pangalan? So yung pag-share natin ng information, it depends kung kanino o kung saan natin sinashare. If it is your teacher asking you about your address, about your name, kung ang purpose niya for education, that's good. But if it's a random stranger asking you about your bank account, your age, kung saan ka nakatira, ilan na order mo araw-araw, mag-isip ka muna. So, it is safe to share your details. Go back to the question, para saan? Ba't natin i-share? Ganun din naman sa totoong buhay. Pag may nagtanong ba sa'yo sa street randomly ng pangalan mo, ng edad mo, ng age mo, ilang tatay, ay, sinong mga kapatid mo, sinasabi mo ba agad? Siyempre hindi, depende sa nagtatanong. At depende kung anong purpose. The same applies to social media. Of course, there are websites that it asks, halimbawa, Lazada. Kailangan talaga ng validation niya. Natunay na tao ka, meron kang kakayanan, mag-order. O protection din naman ng website. Again, it goes back to that. Know the purpose kung ano yung hinihingi sa atin. Usually, pare-parehas lang naman ang questions sa nasagot ko yata halos lahat. Ano ang dahilan ng pagkawala o pagkahang ng Facebook account? Sobrang lawak ng reasons. The hacker may answer you well kung bakit kanya hinak. So, ang daming reasons kung ba't nangahak ang tao. Okay? Kasi there's a value that they're seeing it. Pwedeng revenge, pwedeng gusto nilang makuha yung mga information because our information is commodity by itself. Binibenta po ang information. So, there are a lot of different motivations why people hack. I can't really tell kung ano yung reason. But, there are measures to prevent our account from getting hacked. Ayusin natin yung password natin. Make sure it's not easy to guess. Change it at least twice every year. Utang na loob, pag magkapalit tayo ng password, yung kaya nating alalahan. At saka wag naman sinusulat natin sa pader para maalala natin. There are a lot of measures. Halimbawa sa Facebook, punta ka lang security setting. It will guide you how to improve or harden your security. Good question. Buti lang nabanggit tungkol sa security. That's it. Hopefully, you learned a lot for this very simple presentation that I prepared for you. I would like to end this presentation saying that be considerate, whether it's your classmates, your friends, your teachers. Minsan, hindi agad nakaka-reply si ma'am kasi ang dami pa ng chat, natambakan na siya. Minsan naman, yung estudyante natin hindi nakaka-reply, pero nasin na. It doesn't mean nabasa na niya, maaaring nabuksan niya, pero nagle-load pa lang dun sa nilasag, sa di pa sa link, hindi pa niya nakikita yung content. Do not demand kung hindi agad siya nakaka-reply. Unless habitual or talagang nananadyan, pwede natin pagsabihin. We are facing different battles on our own, and it was very much emphasized by the pandemic. Life is hard, education is getting harder. We're all in its battle. Please be more human, be more considerate to everyone. Yun lang naman, think before you click. Thank you very much for listening, and God bless you all.
Maraming salamat po sa ating SAS Director na nagpaunlak bilang ating speaker. Sana po marami tayong natutunan. Maraming salamat Sir Von Gerald Macose. We would like to award the Certificate of Appreciation to you, Republic of the Philippines, Aurora State College of Technology, Baler Aurora, awards the Certificate of Appreciation to Mr. Von Gerald D. Macose for sharing his time, knowledge, and expertise as speaker during the conduct of webinar entitled Proper Etiquette Using Social Media. Given this 27th day of August 2021 at Ascot, Baler, Aurora. Signed, Alma Bayudan, Guidance Counselor, Facilitator. Signed, Evie Q. Fontanos, VP for Academic Affairs. Signed, UTQ El Rotaque Jr., President. Good manners and right conduct and values are necessary for everyone to get along in our world. This reflects the upbringing and education of an individual, of our students. In teaching good manners and right conduct and values, it is a must to use polite words and to model the manners that are being taught. It is important for considering the feelings of other people and being the kind of person that others will like and respect. I remember of the golden rule, always do to others as you would wish them to do to you if you were in their place. If you are respectful to others, then you are more likely to be treated and respected by them. Etiquette helps us to get along with others. It promotes respect. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikisa sa ating webinar. So sa ating mga participants, wag po nating kalimutan na mag-evaluate para magkaroon po tayo ng certificate. Sa atin pong President, Dr. Eutiquio L. Rotaquio Jr., maraming salamat po sir sa inyong suporta. Sa ating pong Vice President, Ma'am Evie Fontanos, Ma'am Michelle Resueño, and of course, our SAS Director, Sir Von Macose, siya rin po yung ating speaker. Maraming salamat po sa pagsuporta sa mga ganitong activities na alam po nating makakatulong ng malaki sa ating mga estudyante. So maraming salamat po. God bless po and stay safe.